Um, I'm still trying to process all of this. But before I begin, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to this video. Please, smash those likes, and don't forget to hit the post notification bell on top of the video. So when I make the great video for me to use, for you enjoying pleasure, so you're able to enjoy it, comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And people out there who not sub to the channel, please do so immediately so the video and channel can grow. And it will do me some justice to get this channel up live and running when I make these great videos based on different content for you guys to discuss and love. All right, let's begin. All right. When I was trying to process all this, I thought it was just a situation with Stephen A. Smith. Don't get me wrong, I still like the guy, but some things that's not relatable to sports, you shouldn't discuss on live TV. Now, from what I've just got through reading, said Stephen A. Smith has some comments to say about Memphis and the Grizzlies. Now, I've always said, leave the news to the news anchors, and leave the sports commentators. Now, Stephen A. Smith is a sports commentator, or should I say sports analyst. The guy talks about football, basketball, basically every sport there is that's going on across the country, across the world. But for you to talk about Memphis like that is seriously wrong. Now, that's why we got Channel 13, Channel 3, Channel 5 news. Those news talk about what's going on in Memphis. That's not your idea or not your thing to talk about. You're supposed to keep your mind on sports. Regardless of what different players say about Memphis, that's them. If they feel they want to talk about Memphis, let them talk about Memphis. You should even have nothing to say about this. Now, Stephen A. Smith, don't get me wrong, man. I like you, I love you, and you've been on ESPN for 20 some years, for I can remember. But you need to leave. You need to keep sports where you at and leave crime and what else going on in Memphis to the people here in Memphis. That's their situation. That's their deal. So please, Stephen A., if you want to keep the respect of people here in Memphis, keep your mouth away from Memphis and stay away from Memphis. Just like what John Rant and Paul Young was saying. If you feel if Memphis is up in crime, why don't you bring yourself to Memphis and see for yourself? Don't just read about what other people say across the country about Memphis. Because the word of mouth can lead to a word of hurt. And you need to keep yourself in high respectability with ESPN and leave ESPN to ESPN. Let them talk about the sports. You are a sports commentator. You are not a news anchor. News anchor, sports analyst. Two different positions to talk about two different things. It's a shame that I had to make a video based on them because I read about it and I thought it was just a bunch of crap that was being said. I thought it was a lot of lies. Or I thought something I was just saying something to hype up what's going on behind the scenes. But come to find out, it's actually true. I read about this yesterday, and I thought it was just a bunch of gibberish. Now I'm reading it again on the Channel 13 app that you actually said this. I can't believe that. I'm going to go on YouTube and see what else you said. But all I know is, man, you need to keep Memphis out your mouth, bro. Stay with ESPN. That's what you talk about. You talk about sports. You don't talk about violence and crime and what goes on in the cities across the country, regardless if it's crime or something that's positive or something that's negative. That's not your responsibility. You are a sports analyst. Keep your mind on sports. Do not talk about Memphis or any other town that has something negative going on. That's not your responsibility, man. You are a sports analyst. I don't know how many times I can repeat that. You are a sports analyst. You are not a news anchor. Those are two different positions. Now you do have your news anchors, and you do have your weathermen, and you do have your news analysts to talk about sport, but in different angles. They got 2 or 3 different positions to talk about 2 or 3 different things. But you just an analyst. You're just a sports analyst. You're not a news anchor. You don't discuss crime and what's going on positive in the city or negative in the city or the weather. You just don't know weatherman. You ain't no weatherman either. So I mean, why are you talking about something that does not relate to you? Please keep your mind on ESPN. Keep your mind on your money. Keep your mind on what you're referring to when you are on ESPN referring to sports. Crime is not your thing. Weather is not your thing. And pretty much what goes on in every city across the country is not your thing. That's not you. So please don't go on these these sports channels dissing Memphis just like that. That is specifically wrong. So John Morant, don't get me wrong, John Morant had done a lot of things that's questionable and quote, but he does play for the Memphis Grizzlies. You don't play for the Grizzlies. You are not a player. You are a sports analyst, and you definitely ain't no news anchor. So please, Stephen A., mind your business, man. Mind your business, because that's something you do not do. Like I said, I watch you time and time again. Like I said, I got a liking for you. You are a pretty good guy from what I've heard and from what I've read. Now you do have some backlash going on with other people across the country calling you names like you sold your soul for money. Now all that may be well in doubt, or that could be true, or it could be a lie. I don't know what it is. I can't speak on it because I don't know you like that. But for the other people to call you these names and calling you something that you are, they know you. Maybe they don't know you. I don't know. But I do know this here. You need to keep your mind on sports. Keep your mind out of these cities and states that you go to on a regular basis discussing sports. You're not a Memphian. You don't know what's going on. You may look at the news or what's on the radio or what's being said about Memphis, but just because they say it doesn't give you the right to say it. Keep your mind on sports, bro. Please do that. Please do so. And I am the Almighty Green Tyrant. That's all I got to say about the situation. I hope I don't hear about you again, Stephen A. Smith, because if you do, I'm gonna have more to say. But anyway, and the more I have more to say, the more of a dislike it's gonna be between me and you. So please keep your mind on sports. You're not a sports analyst. You're not a news anchor, and you're just not a weatherman.